Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we are here on Jurassic World, and ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into something really big. I mean, one of our bigger projects in this series. It is going to be a fusion reactor. Now, I know I mentioned in the last video, and I said something along the lines as, I don't know if I can get any higher power. Well, I was actually reading my comments, and one of you guys suggested, Tal actually suggested, that I create a fusion reactor, which I didn't know existed in Mechanism. So I looked into it, I built one in creative mode, in a test world, and I am ready and prepared to build one here as well. I'm scared because it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be broken up into many episodes. More than likely, I won't be able to get it done in one. We're just going to need a plethora of materials that we don't really have made yet. So, I guess let's jump right into it. The first thing that we're going to have to make is these things called a solar evaporator. Now, I'm going to need 2 of these solar evaporator plants, they're actually called, and they are made by using solar evaporator blocks and some advanced solar panels. Well, my solar panels here, I've got 1, but I'm going to need 8 of these, so I'll need 7 more advanced solar panels, and we'll get to that after I make myself these solar evaporations. So the solar evaporation here, solar evaporation, we're going to need a lot of these blocks, so it might be worth teaching myself or teaching the machine how to actually craft them. So solar evaporation, let's go ahead and teach the machine how to make dynamic blocks. It knows it has steel, so we'll teach it that. And let's take 1 dynamic block, and let's teach it, that's going to be copper, how to make that. And we can use, well, I think it's sensitive to the type of copper that we have, so let's see, copper. Oh, we have mechanism copper. Perfect. So we'll teach it how to do that. Now, if I were to throw it into here, 1, 2, and request up a whole lot of them, solar evaporation chamber, let's request, let's see, I'm going to need a 4x4 structure with, on the base. We'll request 250 of them for right now. Alright, it looks like we're missing buckets. We're missing steel. Okay, that is fine. What we need to do is make ourselves some more steel and make ourselves some more buckets. So steel is made really interesting, actually. Steel, we've done this many times. We just need to figure out the correct recipe to do so. And we got the mechanism recipe, which is steel dust, made by finding steel. But we don't actually have that, so we could do dirty steel dust, which is from steel clump, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that either. Okay, well, let's go here, and we'll do steel with enriched iron and compressed carbon, or coal. So enriched iron is coal and iron, so let's just grab a whole lot of coal. We've got 12,000 coal. And let's grab a whole lot of iron. Well, we've got some enriched iron still, and we've got 15,000 iron still as well. So for each half stack of coal, it will produce us 1 full iron, I believe? We'll see. Let's dump a whole stack into there, dump a whole stack into there, and let's start the process of you guys going. That's going to take a little bit of time, and while that's taking time, let's go ahead and make those other buckets that the machine is going to need. So you're going to need iron, like that. We'll make a bunch more. Okay. And now, if I go to solar evaporation and we request, let's say, 250 of you guys, you have enough buckets. Perfect. We still need 138 of that, but that's fine. We can get to that in just a moment. See, how are you guys going on there? Doing swell? Because we're about to transfer you out. Let's put another stack of that in, another stack of that in. And as soon as you guys are done, I'm going to transfer you, and we'll get started making some more steel. We'll need to obviously smelt it up, but that's fine. We can throw it right into our smelter, into our furnace that's in the basement. Alright, 61, 62, 63, that one has to be done. How much is in there? 640. Perfect. So we'll come back to that, but that should be now nearly enough for what we need. The other things we're going to need are the solar evaporation controller, which you guys can see needs some steel casing, some basic control circuits, so we could get to that. Solar evaporation controller. We only need 2 of these. Let's see, can I make it enough? I don't have enough basic. Okay, we need redstone and osmium. So redstone, osmium. Where's my osmium? We'll do, why don't we just do a whole bunch of it? I'm going to wait for these to go because I will have to dump the coal in it, and I don't want to have to do that. But once that's made, I'll do one more stack of it, and we'll be good to go. And I'm going to use this one for the redstone and osmium, actually. Now, I couldn't imagine the rate at which this would be done if we had our old system without any upgrades in it. It would be torturous. But now that we have it, we're good to go. Alright, let's throw these guys downstairs. 2 stacks right into this guy. It should make a whole lot. That should be good to go. Now this guy back here, which is becoming really obsolete, but he has mined 104,000 blocks. That is a lot of blocks. I wonder how much cobblestone we actually have in our system right now. Cobble. Oh, 112,000 cobblestone. That is a lot. Anyway, that's not the point. Let's go back up here, and let's go ahead and grab what was just made, these 32 basic control circuits. We're going to throw it back into here, and we're going to go and make ourselves a solar evaporation controller. It's going to need copper block. That's fine. We can have 2 of them, and we'll be good to go. Ooh, what did you need on the side? Steel casing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're good to go. 1, 2. Perfect. Now we're going to need 4 solar evaporation valves. So we're going to need dynamic valves, which would be dynamic tanks. So let's see, dynamic tanks. Are we out of storage space? Oh no, hold on guys. Looks like we had a little bit of lag. It's okay. Solar or dynamic tanks here. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll have to request probably 20 more of you. We'll use them regardless. And we're going to need solar evaporation valves. So the dynamic valve will be with that. 1, 2. We'll clear that out. And we'll be good to go once we make our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Perfect. Oh, looks like we actually needed 2 more of that. We needed 8. That's okay. 1, 2. All right, perfect. 4 solar evaporation valves. Now, the last thing we'll need is just a little bit of, what's it called? Man, I'm really lacking on my terminology today. We're going to need our solar evaporation blocks. Now, my plan today is just to get the solar evaporators fully functional and working and get that first step going. And then once that step's going, we should be good to go for the rest. That's what I'm in hopes of. So we'll get to that. But let's grab some more coal. We need another stack of it to throw into the guy up here. I think we're down to 14,000 iron, which is a bummer. But we'll throw that into there. Perfect. Are we down? Yeah, we're down at 14k iron. Okay. Anyway, solar evaporation. We need, let's request 150 just to be safe. Like, we can always come back and get more in the future. All right. It's making what it needs here of the tanks. And then from the tanks, it's going to take the copper, which thank goodness we have 1,200 copper already stored. And I'm planning on making it the maximum height that it can go. And we'll craft this, and then we'll come back in and we'll make the solar panels. All right. This guy's almost done, it looks like. Might be useful to upgrade this guy in the future. Cool. Once this is done, we'll get started with that. Now, a lot of you guys have spoken or commented about how I have not been doing dinosaurs a lot lately. What I like to do in our series is stop from dinosaurs, do some mechanical stuff, go back to dinosaurs, go back to mechanical stuff, go back and forth. So we just built 2 episodes ago that giant dino or Jurassic resort, and now we need to get power to actually do things in that Jurassic Resort, and we're really bottlenecked when it comes to our power. So building this will sustain us for the next, I don't know, 20, 25 episodes, and it would be great to have this done. So once this guy's done, we can actually do so much more, and I can keep our machines running all the time to generate all the ores that we will need. So regardless how you think about it, doing this is necessary, unfortunately. And I know it's a lot of work for me too. What I do need right now is carrots, because I am going to die of hunger. And to reconfigure my guys here. So keyboards, let's trash that. Z for new. And we'll throw that onto there. Let's head outside and let's get started making this guy. It is nighttime, so we might want to sleep. Perfect. Let's test again to make sure it's working. We're tested all the way through. All right, and outside we shall go. If we head over here, I cleared out an area previously that I kind of want to do it in. This should be a big enough area for what we need right here, and we can always enclose it later and make it nice and clean, but I think it will do the job for right now. Alright, you need to die, son. So do you. Perfect. Alright, let's get the rest of this stuff out of here. And I should probably put some regrowth things on, or damage repair on our sword and pickaxe, since they haven't come to it yet. Same with the excavator. I guess really the shovel's the only thing with that mod on it. And it's okay. We could eat some soybeans and pea. What are those, beans? Or pea? Yeah, they're beans and soybeans. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the first step. So we're going to need 2 of these guys, and they're going to be 4x4 each. You know what? Let's move it down this way a little bit more. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to need to build up like this. Up to 18 blocks high. So that's 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Maybe we'll do 12. 9. 10. 11. 12. All right, on this 12th layer, we need to break out 1 there, break 1 there, break 1 there, 1 there, and then we'll do right here as the controller. For some reason, they made it so the controller has to be all the way at the top, which is fine, just super weird for when we want to do any sort of building. Strange. Please place the way that I want you to be placed. I'd appreciate that. If I place you down here, do you place normally? Yeah. Maybe I have to do something with this in the back. Let's go down a little bit. What the heck? Maybe it'll pop out once I do the whole, finalize the system. Alright, it's incomplete. Maybe it'll come on once I finish it. Okay, we're going to need, oh, there it is. Right here, an entryway for a valve, and then a valve on the side here. And then we're going to have to build a second one. Alright, so we're going to need another 125, which looked to be the perfect amount. So let's head back home. And while these next 125 are building, we will go ahead and do the rest of everything we need. So let's place a 60, or let's see, solar evaporation chambers or blocks, 150. We are missing 106. Bummer. Okay. Well, we'll definitely throw that into there. And we'll get the next bit started. Let's grab another 2 stacks of coal. Gosh darn it. 2 stacks of coal to 1 stack of iron. Coal. 1, 2. And we're down at 11,000 coal. Oh no. And we'll come back and transfer that in just a moment. It's solar. We need more of these solar generators. Advanced solar generators. I also want to get rid of that stuff. So the recipe for you are going to be solar generators, iron, and that. So we need 8, so we need 7 more. 7 times 4 is 28 of these solar generators. Okay, so that's probably going to be an effort to do off camera, or let's see, solar panel, solar generator. No, I don't have everything made yet, so we need to teach it how to do that. And what does it need in the middle? Enriched alloy. Oh, enriched alloy. Should probably just make a bunch of that. That's redstone and iron now. Redstone, iron. Those guys up here should be done, so we can swap them out. We'll do that. Swap that there. And we'll wait a moment for that to be completed. And actually, we can grab some so we can start teaching the machine how to do its job, now that we have enriched alloy. Alright, solar generator. Let's go, whoops, like that. Then we need to teach it how to make that. Okay, now we could teach it how to make that. And then ultimately, okay, I guess I don't have enough materials for that. Solar, what am I missing? Start. Generator. Perfect. Enriched or encoded pattern will go like that. And we can go solar generator advanced. We're going to need 7 of them. And you're missing glass. And osmium dust. And you. Okay, so in redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's that. There's that. So much crafting needs to be done to make these guys, but I like doing a lot of it on camera because of people are always like, JKap, you not doing that legitly, and I am. So I like to prove that I'm doing it. That's a ghost item. I hate that that happens. And also building on camera's fun as well. So we are going to need now, we can throw these guys into here. We can do these alloy, or solar. We can do another 150 of you. Start. We'll let that craft up. And let's grab what was just made. They should be done just about. Put another stack in. Alrighty. We'll wait for 6 to go. There should be 64. Perfect. All right. Let's place these guys back into here. And solar panel. You need... Do I have any glass? I do. But... how about sand? We got to smelt the sand down. We're going to need it. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Always keeping itself even. I love that thing. Smelts so much at once. All right, glass. Perfect. Now we can go back to solar panels, and let's request 7. What are you missing? Osmium now, and 17 of you. Okay. Osmium. We just need to pulverize up a stack of you over in this guy. Grab you. Grab you. And we should be just about good to go. And have these guys configured, which is great. Let's wait for the rest of this stack to finish up. Not too much more to go. There we go. Eat some carrots. And solar panel. If I request 7, you should have no issue but to craft it. There you go. Perfect. Now if I go back to these guys, let's grab the 150 of them. And let's go make it while the solar panels are crafting. We also might want to sleep. And it's important that once we have this guy made, that we keep it constantly daytime. We got to really watch out for the time of day because of it starts to cool down our generators. And it would turn out pretty bad if it cools down too far. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we can go like this. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I need that corner. I need that corner, that corner, and that corner. We'll put the controller right here. And then we will place another one right here. And the last one will go right here. These guys are really some ugly machinery, for sure. I don't like that that controller doesn't show up yet, but we'll see what happens. Let's start placing these advanced solars onto here. There's one. And we need to go get the other ones. Now, on top of that, we are also going to need a puddle of water. We're going to need another tesseract. And we are going to need a bunch more things. And we'll get into that in just a second. We can place that back into there. Let's get the solar panels. There's our 7. Let's go place down these 7. And we'll come back and get the rest of the things. We'll need an electric pump, primarily, and then just mechanical piping. And I want to use heavier piping now, and ultimately we're going to be upgrading to even heavier systems in general. Oh, I was about to say, oh no, please don't tell me that they're too close together. Ah, come on. And complete once you see the redstone particles. That's how you know they're good to go. And if we head up here, it should start, it's formed, its height is 12, and there we go. And we can start letting those heat up. Now, I know you can heat them up faster if you are in a biome that is a higher temperature, but we're at a 0.8 temperature, which is almost half the top heat you can have, so I'm not too worried. We could move it if it's too slow at a later date once we actually have it built now, but it's fine. We're gonna need an electric pump. To make that, we'll need a steel casing, and let's do 4 of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need a bucket and probably a couple more buckets. And we'll fill those up. Then I'm going to grab that Tesseract. Actually, I also want... This is annoying. I need to extend the range. Universal cabling. And I need more than basic. Advanced universal cabling. Okay. We'll come back down for the mechanical piping in a minute. I'm going to grab our Tesseract that will supply the power to these guys from here, as I do use that to run most of the power regardless. And now I'm going to just need to fill up some of this. Is that salt? Yes, it is. Because those are going to, salt blocks will be useful in future things as well. Okay. So right here, we're actually going to build out, let's see, I'm going to excavate out a 3x3 and expand it to a 4x4. Okay, let's see right here. Get a bucket of water in there. Get a bucket there. Need a bucket there. Then we'll need one there. Does that do it? Yes, it does. So we needed 6 buckets to fill it up. And then we're going to need to do this. 1, 2. I guess. That's a 4x4. I guess I made it too big. That's fine. Electric pump will go there. Another one there. Another one there. And actually, we need to be careful the way that we place them, that they get the power the right direction. And actually, I want the power to be facing that way, and the power to be facing that way for this one. Okay. Now the power is going to come through here, and it's going to wrap around these guys like so. And then we're going to tell it, take the Tesseract, connect to windmill power. These guys, once I mine this out here, and then fill that in, obviously. We should be good to go from there. Now, we might want to pick those guys up if I can get to them. I can't. It's fine. Now we're going to need mechanical piping. The mechanical piping is going to serve us as our source of everything, pretty much. And we're going to need to use it very, very strangely. But it'll be nice. Let's see. I need a configurer and a bunch of mechanical piping. I think I want to go with advanced mechanical piping. Mechanical. We've got basic. I want at least advanced. Okay, hopefully 24 will be enough. Now I need a configurer, one of these guys. So I need an energy tablet. Energy tablet. Give me one of you. Configurer. And then we need to fill this guy up with some power. But that's fine. I can head up here and do so. And we'll wait for this guy to fill up fully. Perfect. And now let's head back. Now this is one of the issues. I didn't know this block or this little thing was a thing. The configurer actually existed, and if it did, I would have solved so many issues so many episodes ago, and it would have made my life so much easier. But let's see, right there, and then we'll lead it into that guy. Let's configure this for fluids. We'll tell this to pull. Alrighty. If we head up here, check in on him, we are making some brine. And these guys are still heating. That's why I highly suggest that we change things. But we're going to have to go like that. Put that into pull mode. That should shoot it into this guy. And now we should be making liquid lithium. Great. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. So now we're generating our liquid lithium, which we will export out of there into a system that will convert it into lithium, and then that lithium will be converted into one of the fuels that we're going to need. Cool. All right, let me see what I need to do, and I'll be right back, guys, but give me a sec. All right, guys, so next episode, we are going to go ahead and build this out into the system of compressors and everything. It's going to convert it into its new block form. So we're going to need to make a bunch more tesseracts. So I'll do that in between episodes. I'll have to make at least 1, 2, 3, at least right now 3 tesseracts that we'll need to serve power. This guy, though, the system is 100% functional in the way that we want it to. We do like it's getting down to dark right now. The systems are going to cool down, and that is going to be our issue. So we need to go back into here and we need to sleep to make sure that it's never nighttime. So that might be useful to keep a bed on us at all times now. But right now it should be fine. Now I hate actually the color of this. I wish they were different colors. They look like just a standard tower of nothingness. But we can always go check. Let's see how much it's actually produced. Is this producing at all? What's going on here? It's not getting any water. Interesting. That's weird. But that should be producing now. Definitely. Perfect. Alright guys, I am going to wrap this episode up here. Next one, we will be converting this liquid lithium into its lithium form, and we will be going ahead and creating the 2 fuels, and hopefully, if we have time, get to the actual reactor. At least we'll get to lasers next episode. But for now, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed. We are making our lithium at a very solid rate. I'm really happy about that, so things are looking great. But anyway, guys, my name is Josh, also known as JKapGaming. If you guys are new to my channel, check out my other content. I do upload Minecraft every day. And if you enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button, and it will help me out, and it'll give you a little reminder when I upload videos. But other than that, I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Wow, that was weird. Peace out, everybody.